We have here behind us is a special scene of a homicide. A 63-year-old female that was found by the uh, apartment manager back here. The house was secured when they entered it. We didn't suspect at first or know what we had at first, but after entering the apartment with the crime lab, we discovered that this is a scene of a homicide. The lady was probably last seen maybe possibly a couple of days ago. We're not quite sure how long she's been down. It is a very active investigation, and right now we're just trying to put together what we have here. We don't know. We're trying to gather information. Bibb County Sheriff Department is trying to obtain information that may lead to a prospective suspect. But right now, we're just trying to put everything together.
How did you know it was a homicide when you
Only after we enter into it. Of course, when we get to a scene, if the crime lab is going to be on the way, we wait till they get here before we enter and do anything as far as touching the body or turning. Once we got into the scene with the crime lab investigator, we discovered that it was a homicide, and at that point, more investigators and crime lab people was called in so that they can thoroughly process the scene.
What were the signs that it was a homicide?
Well, it was quite a bit of blood on the bed, but that does not necessarily mean all the time that it's a homicide, because people can have bleeding from things that are natural. But once, as I said, once we looked at the body, then we immediately knew that it was a homicide.
Was there any gunshot wounds or any type of marks on the body?
Well, I can't reveal any of that now. It will certainly interfere with the investigation to reveal anything at this point.
Was there any sign of forced entry?
No. In fact, the apartment was secure when the manager entered into it. It was locked and secure.
Do we know if the body was laying here longer than a day or anything like that?
We suspect at least a day or more, but we're trying to obtain information now as to when she was seen last. So that's all I have to offer right now.
And do you know the spelling of her name?
I'm not releasing any of that. We have not notified Nesta Can, so we won't do that until we release any names or any information, until we find out and notify Nesta Can.